plate of chicken and salad.
Yeah. And we are live, I think. We're live.
Oh, great. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello and welcome back to Please Don't Livestream, formerly known as Please Don't Make a Scene. And this is the show where we talk about movie news, stuff that me and Danny found interesting during the week. Just to inform you, yes, we're gonna mention Sam Shepard, but we're gonna save that for the end, I suppose. But yeah, this is the news show. So we're gonna start with some. It's last week's news, but it kind of it has to do with what we talked about on last week's show, which was the new Bond movie, which is supposed to be coming out. And it's an article I found where Christopher Nolan says he would definitely direct a Bond movie, and but only when the franchise needs it or needs him, which is a weird way of phrasing it, I think. But yeah, because I know at least since Inception, people have been saying like, oh, he should make a Bond movie, and he said that inspiration for Inception came from
specifically, I think one scene, or a whole sequence that actually started this. He should make Bond. The whole winter sequence in Inception. Yeah,
exactly.
But isn't it like a homage, I think?
It is in some part, yeah. I am pretty sure he mentions that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, it is very reminiscent of Inner Majesty's Secret Service, The Spy Who Loved Me. A lot of Bond movies take place in, like, the Alps or in a ski slope, and they're shooting at each other with guns while on skis. It's a very James Bondy scene. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's definitely an homage to Bond.
I would love to see Leonardo DiCaprio ski slope down in a violin case.
yeah, exactly. The Living Daylights as well. There's a lot of skis in Bond. Just fun fact, it was even like a thing back in the 70s where there were ski movies that took place in like ski resorts. I know Roman Polanski wanted to do a ski movie, as he called it, but instead he made Chinatown.
Fun fact about Roman Polanski and skiing. In order to convince Roman Polanski to make Rosemary's Baby, because it was Robert Evans' idea, he talks about it in The Kid Stays in the Picture. And,
okay. Yeah.
And the producer, William Castle, says, "Are you stupid? We're not going to have him. He's done like 4 movies and none of them are really good." So he takes them to ski. And there he convinced Roman Polanski to make Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. So people have been talking about this, and I know, way back when Casino Royale was coming out, they were talking about other potential directors that they had wanted in the past, and they mentioned Christopher Nolan, they mentioned Steven Spielberg, and I know they really wanted Christopher Nolan, and at that time they hadn't talked to him because he was getting like too big because of Batman Begins and all that. And they thought that he was out of their price range, but I guess he's not anymore, because in this article he says that he's been talking with Barbara Broccoli. Yes, that's her name. Her name is Barbara Broccoli. She's like
Bob blah blah and Barbara Broccoli.
Yeah, Bob blah blah and Barbara Broccoli. I don't remember the other guy's name. Michael something, because there are 2 producers. There's Barbara Broccoli who took over from her father, Cubby Broccoli. As sort of they're producers of the franchise, but they're also like guardian angels of the Bond brand, if you will. Michael G. Wilson, so Barbara Broccoli, Michael G. Wilson, they're like guardian angels of the Bond franchise. And they in this article, they have been in talks with him. So like before, it was just like wishful thinking, but now there might actually be a Christopher Nolan Bond movie in the future. There's more tactile proof now. You can actually grab on, almost see it.
I can look forward to it in a way.
Yes, me
because
too.
Nolan is a great visionary director.
Yeah, and we know that that like more like auteur directors with a clear vision, directors where you can like recognize that, oh, this is a Christopher Nolan movie, can do good Bond movies, like with Skyfall. Because Sam Mendes is definitely a director where you can recognize his style, and he made the best one of the best Bond movies ever. He also made one of the more less liked Bond movies, Inspector, but still, I think that was it had more to do with fatigue from both.
He shows you what a wide range he has, making a bad Bond movie to a great Bond movie.
Yeah, exactly. One thing though that I just was thinking about a little bit, which could be both like a positive and a detriment, is the fact that people seem to think that Christopher Nolan has a hard time dealing with like human emotions in his movies, which I agree to somewhat. That was like the one thing that kept Dunkirk from being a 10 for me. Was that sometimes it did feel a little cold, even if that was the point. It still felt a little cold. Now Bond isn't known to be this like big emotional guy. He is very cold and reserved. That's part of his character. So, but in the Daniel Craig movies, they have tried to to reach deeper down into Bond's emotions, especially with Vesper from Casino Royale. So I don't know, but he could probably make a much more like classic Bond movie, and I think that's kind of what they were going for in Spectre. So yeah, hopefully it'll happen, because I'm eagerly anticipating a Christopher Nolan Bond movie.
One thing that I'm kind of afraid of, but it's just a little bit of frightening in me. It could be that they would Disneyfy Nolan. With that, I mean they wouldn't let his vision be 100%. They would give him a kind of demand. That's what I'm afraid of, but it's a little bit of fear that I have. Because I've seen many directors that they can't do their vision, especially in, Star Wars and Marvel movies.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's Disney, so
I'm so afraid they're gonna destroy Rian Johnson for the next Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I hope they don't. I do hope they don't. Yeah, and there's even been some problems behind the scene, firstly the I think we've talked about this, the Han Solo standalone movie, where they fired Phil Lord and Phil Lord and
the Lego Miller guys, right?
Yeah, the Lego guys, the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball guys. So yeah, there's definitely a little worry there, but I don't think that the Bond franchise is as franchisey. Even if they were kind of hinting at it in Spectre, I feel like they're gonna like pull back on that franchise thing, because it didn't really work out with Spectre. People weren't really responding to it. So I'm pretty sure they're still going to continue with that plot line, but they're not going to make it as franchisey. And in the future, hopefully.
Do you think Hans Zimmer would make the music? Bond is running around and.
There's all these things like that Christopher Nolan could bring to the movie. Imagine Hoyte van Hoytema shooting a Bond movie. I mean, oh wait, didn't he?
He has, hasn't he?
I think he did Spectre, right? I'm not sure. Now that I said it, it sounds like
you should call him by his real name. Photo Jesus.
Oh yeah, Camera Jesus.
Honestly, he's so good. But
oh yeah, he is.
Did he do Spectre?
Looking it up right now. me see här. Hoyte. Van Hoytema. No, I don't think so. He did Interstellar. We knew that. He did The Fighter. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he did do Spectre. That's why it looks so good. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
His next movie is Ad Astra.
Yeah, I don't know what that is though.
Yeah, I'm looking a sci-fi thriller by James Gray.
Oh, well.
With Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones.
That could be interesting.
Speaking of Brad Pitt, have you heard that he's become like almost like a sad boy? You know,
yeah,
because the relationship is over.
Yeah, yeah.
So he told in an interview that he listens a lot to the indie artist Bon Iver and as well as Frank Ocean, and he actually was at a Frank Ocean concert. Brad Pitt is truly one of us. That
yeah,
soon he's gonna start dropping lines from Young Lean. That's just it's.
Yeah, imagine his like private Facebook account right now. It's so full of music lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think never he would quote the classic Young Lean line, "Get my balls licked by a Zoe Deschanel looking like cocaine addict." That would just be weird.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know. I guess him and Angelina Jolie, that was like his longest like relationship.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and there, I guess that means that there was some actual. It wasn't just a celebrity relationship. That's nice. I mean, it's sad then that it's over, but it's nice that it was real at least.
Yeah.
I can see Brad Pitt just sitting there like,
listening to Frank Ocean, and it's like, this feels in my heart.
Yeah, and singing
this
along.
Hard. Singing about Nikes.
Oh my god. Well,
that could be that is a question. Think about it. If Christopher Nolan does a Bond movie, I am 100% certain there will be no Bond song till it will be played on a radio in a scene, but it will not be a Bond song.
You mean like the opening theme that they always have?
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that. Something says that he couldn't agree to that.
But at the same time, as he has stated in
unless he makes interviews. A song with Hans Zimmer and Trent Reznor.
Yeah, no, but he stated in interviews that like he is like not a Bond purist, but he's very like infatuated with the classic style of Bond. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like his style, but I think he would do it, you know.
Yeah.
But who would sing the Christopher Nolan Bond theme song?
Trent Reznor,
yeah.
Al Jorgensen from Ministry, Blixa Bargen from Ein Sturzen den Neubauten. I'm going pretty dark here.
yeah.
Frank Ocean.
Featuring Brad Pitt.
He's here, the gentleman in a tux. It would be the greatest Bond theme ever. Seeing Frank Ocean winning an Oscar. Hey, Frank Ocean is coming. No, just kidding. He canceled. He can't receive his award due to creative differences. Speaking of Frank Ocean, now we're going really off topic. My brother's girlfriend, she's jinxing that. No, Frank Ocean is going to cancel. He's going to cancel his performance because he's playing now on Thursday in Way Out West.
Oh, yeah.
He cannot jinx it.
No, he's going to play.
That's like my main reason why I'm about thinking. Hope Brad Pitt is there watching.
Oh yeah. He's what do you call it when they're like touring with the band? They're just following them around like
he's a roddare.
Yeah. Hey man, I'll hold your guitar. I'll do anything, man. But we got a Martin here. We all know Martin. In the chat, he wrote Tom Waits for the theme song. That would be. I would fucking love that. It would
be a cool choice.
Yeah, and it would be. I mean, they always kind of go for the big, like, the big orchestral thing. A lot of swelling emotions and stuff. But he could do like a more low key song, maybe. Bring it down, do like old school.
I got it. Oh my gosh! Of course she's gonna do it.
Who?
It's Lana Del Rey that's gonna make the new Bond song. Duh.
Yeah, probably. She's
with Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she has the style, but I'm a fan of her first album. I like the first album a lot. Or her first. I don't know if it was her actual first album, but the
you're talking about Born to Die then.
Yeah. I really like that one, but after that, I feel her style got a little tired because it's the same all the time. They're still like the singles are good, but yeah, she definitely has the style of a Bond singer. But yeah,
or they could just totally surprise us and like doing the Bond song, the Swedish band The Hives.
Yeah, go for the 80s Bond with pop songs. No.
You were not a fan of the 80s pop songs from Bond?
Yeah, they're good, but I don't think they would like a pop song for Bond wouldn't fit now. That's not where the franchise is at.
It went well with the 80s aesthetic.
Exactly.
Because I really like the Aha song, Living Daylights.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one. That's probably like my go-to when I think of 80s Bond songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's awkwardly segue into our next topic.
I have one question before we leave. Is Michael Caine gonna be in the Nolan Bond movie?
Yes. Quick side note then, because there was like it's not like a big thing, but there was this thing that's Dunkirk, Nolan's latest movie, was the first movie in like 8 years that didn't have Michael Caine in it, and that's actually not true. I found out recently that you can hear his voice on like a comm speaker somewhere in the movie. I did not recognize it, but he has said in an interview that he is actually in Dunkirk. You can hear his voice over like a loudspeaker or something. So the streak goes on. Michael Caine is still in like every Nolan movie. So yeah, he would be in the Bond movie. Ooh, if it's like a little bit down the line, and they want to change the actor that plays M, he could play M. You know, the James Bond's like boss. Yeah, definitely. Or like an old mentor that we haven't seen before.
Would Q be played by Cillian Murphy or Ken Watanabe?
Well, they have
Cillian Murphy would be a perfect Q.
Yeah, he would.
Because Ben Whishaw has been a really good Q.
Exactly, but I feel that they're probably going to change some of the actors to kind of not make it an actual soft reboot, but like in the old movies, they switch out some characters. This is a new movie. It's it's its own movie. So if they would change, if they would replace Ben Whishaw with someone, probably Cillian Murphy if Nolan directed it.
Oh, do you mean that Miss Moneypenny could be Anne Hathaway?
I don't know about that. But maybe no. What? No. I was gonna say. What's her name?
Rebecca Hall.
No, the French that was in Inception.
Marion Cotillard.
Yes, but I don't think she would.
Nah, that would be too sexy of a Miss Moneypenny.
Yeah, and I don't think
she can be Moneypenny, but only if Marion Cotillard says true shit she has said in reality. You know that she believes that 9/11 was an inside job.
No, she's a truther.
But 9/11 was an inside job.
It was an inside job.
In the movie, please. I think another director that would be a good Bond director, you're going to say, but he already made a spy movie. Thomas Alfredson. Because you could still get Hoyte van Hoytema.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure they've been thinking about him too, because Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy kind of looks like an old school Bond movie in its style. But yeah, it just hit me like if Nolan doesn't want to like be a part of the Bond franchise, he want to make his own thing. Do you think they could do like a standalone, not a prequel, but like a Bond movie set in like the early 70s or something? I was just because I don't think there was when we were making fun of Marion Cotillard smoking. I was like, oh no, they wouldn't smoke in a modern movie. But hey, the 70s, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, everybody smoked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was thinking about Tinker Tailor Thomas Alfredson, because I think smoking in movies, it looks so authentic. That's what I love with. It seems like Hoyte van Hoytema is beginning to be the röda tråden here. Like,
yeah.
Oh, what's the name of the Swedish director? Everyone smokes in his movies.
He made Call Girl, Lost Mind. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody smokes in Call Girl and in Upp till Kamp, his TV show about the 70s in Gothenburg. It is hilarious.
Yeah, and
I was quitting. I was actually quitting smoking when Call Girl came up, and directly when the movie was done, I thought, I'm gonna go and buy myself a pack of cigarettes. So Mikael Marcy Mind, if you listen to this live stream, you killed my lungs.
Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, let's segue into our next topic, because I did mention that a director they had like a wish fulfillment. A fantasy director for Bond would be Steven Spielberg. Obviously, they would not get him. I don't think he would do a Bond movie now. It feels like it wouldn't be his thing. Or maybe it is after Bridge of Spies. I don't know. Anyway, I actually found an article about Steven Spielberg, a recent interview he did, where he said that his least favorite, the Indiana Jones movie he hates the most is Temple of Doom.
What?
Yes,
it's my favorite.
Yeah, he actually likes Kingdom of the Crystal Skull more than Temple of Doom, and
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have to say though, total honesty, I did not think Crystal Skull was that bad. I was I don't know, I was 18 when I watched it, and it was in theaters, and I wasn't I still aren't a big fan of the Indiana Jones movies, so I didn't feel like it raped my childhood like people said.
No, it didn't do it for me neither.
No,
that is South Park's fault, because they really put salt in the wound with that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. When looking back at it, I haven't watched it in a long time, but looking back at it, it definitely looks cheap. There's something about it that makes it look cheap, and it doesn't really work with like modern cameras, because the cheap look kind of worked in the older movies because it was supposed to look like a 1930s serial, but now it just looks like a cheap B movie because of it. However, I thought it was kind of exciting.
I think it's not horrible, but
no, but
I know that Temple of Doom has been a very controversial Indiana Jones movie because it's violent. It's really violent.
Yeah, there's like child slaves, and
but you have to remember, I'm 9 years old. My parents were, they were okay with everything I saw. And I remember that my older brother's like, you gotta check this out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They're eating a snake. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of smaller snakes coming out.
Yeah.
Frozen monkey brain. And the Kalimasi.
It is very dark. It's very dark. I mean, they're torturing Indiana Jones, the child slavery, and just the fact that they're like part of the bad guys, like part of the Thuggee sect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they? And that's actually a real life like cult or sect that killed like hundreds of people back in the like 1800s. So yeah, it is a very dark movie. And he has said in interviews that he was going through a divorce, or he had just divorced his wife at the time, I think it is.
Maybe because he flipping fucked one of the main characters in the movie.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, the way he phrases it, it was a very dark tone for him.
On you. No time for love, Dr. Spielberg.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I also have Temple of Doom as my favorite. Just people always mention Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't get Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, it's okay, but
do you think it should have been nominated for an Oscar? It was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, I know, and I don't get that. I mean, I'm all for like giving like entertainment movies the nomination. Yeah, instead of all these serious movies that always gets nominations. I'm all for that. But Raiders of the Lost Ark, I mean, it's fun, but Indiana Jones doesn't really do much in the movie. I know this is already like a meme that you could remove Indiana Jones from the movie and it would still like end the way it does. He has no impact on the story, on the plot, and when you think about that, it kind of irks. At least it irks me. It makes me think like, why am I watching this? He's not impactful. He's not doing anything. He gets himself into a lot of trouble, but that's about it. But yeah, I guess. But looking at a Temple of Doom, you have it's a lot more excitement. I think there's a lot more exciting action scenes. He's actually impacting the movie. I mean, first of all, you have the whole club scene, the shootout at the club. You have the jumping out of the airplane with a fucking life raft. That scene is amazing. I know it wouldn't work in real life, but this is a movie, fortunately. The fact that they bail out of a crashing plane in a life raft and then just skis down a mountain in the life raft is amazing. Amazing. And then you want
to hear what movies were nominated against Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
It was Chariots of Fire, which won.
Oh, good.
Atlantic City.
I haven't seen that one.
Which should have won.
Okay.
It's a masterpiece. On Golden Pond. It's an okay. It's with Henry Fonda. It's his last role, actually.
Oh.
And the movie that gave Katharine Hepburn her 4th Oscar.
Yeah.
And then we have Reds, Warren Beatty's movie about a communist.
I didn't even know. Oh, I didn't even recognize.
The 80s were pretty weak Oscar years.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's for me the 80s.
Well, 82 had Gandhi, E.T., Missing, Tootsie, and The Verdict.
That's pretty good.
Nobody can say it was a bad. But any of those movies would have been a deserved winner. Gandhi, of course, it's a great mastodon film.
Yeah,
I would have given it to Missing though. It's about Chile. Of course, I'm gonna celebrate it. It's not a celebration of Chile, though. It's about the military dictatorship.
Yeah.
In Costa Gabras, and without Costa Gabras, no Romain Gabras.
Why do I know that name? Romain.
He's the director of the Justice video Stress.
Oh yeah. Didn't he make that MIA video?
Born Free?
Yeah, Born Free. Yeah, I know. That's why.
What do you expect when your dad is like a political uproarer?
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so I didn't actually read. I gotta come clean here. I didn't actually read the whole thing because I kind of knew that he didn't like Temple of Doom, but I thought we could just bring it up and talk a little bit about Indiana Jones. And another question from Martin here. Who could replace Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones if they were like gonna like reboot it or whatever?
Aren't they gonna reboot it though? Hasn't it been talks about it? And Chris Pratt has been offered the role. Yeah,
there's been talk of that, and yeah, he has been mentioned, which makes sense. I mean, look at Jurassic World; he's basically playing Indiana Jones, just a little smarmier. Well, it wouldn't work now, but back in 2008, when Crystal Skull came out, they were like jokingly hinting about it, that he would be replaced, because they was always saying, oh, he's so old, and he's the last of his like his kind. And then there's the scene with the hat in the ending at the wedding. And they were kind of hinting at Shia LaBeouf. I like that idea. Not now, though. But back then, yes. I would... Honestly, yeah, no, wait. Still, I would still watch Shia LaBeouf as Indiana Jones.
I would too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wrote because of his latest, his arrest there when he was drunk and saying some questionable things. I wrote that on Twitter.
See the Björn Borg movie, so
of course,
where he's playing John McEnroe.
Perfect role for him.
Yeah.
I gotta say this when it comes to actors and their like off-screen antics. I'm very good at removing their private life from their like acting. So like say Mark Ruffalo. I disagree with him a lot when it comes to like politics and social justice and all that, but I love him as an actor, so I still watch movies. Well, I don't love him in the Avengers, but that's because of the Avengers. But I mean, him as an actor, I love him as an actor, but I can't stand him privately. But yeah, I can like see past that and realize that he is a great actor. And the same thing.
What has he said?
Oh, no, it's not really that he's like, but he's so. He's your atypical SJW, your social justice warrior, and in the worst way. It's just it's so cringe-inducing, at least for me. And I just can't stand him. Whenever he pops up on Twitter, I just like, it's very smörigt, as you would say in Swedish. I guess that's schmaltzy or smarmy in English. And I can't stand it. But he's a great actor. And the same thing with Shia LaBeouf. I have been a staunch defender of Shia LaBeouf, both on and off screen, ever since Battle of Shaker Heights in like 2004, I think. But the recent stuff is like it's getting pretty hard to defend Shia LaBeouf. But I would still go watch him in an Indiana Jones movie. I gotta say, I think he could do a very interesting Indiana Jones. But if they would remake it, it would probably be Chris Pratt. He is the obvious choice, I would say.
He's everybody's favorite.
Yeah,
nice guy.
And he's good at that. He's not a great actor. He's a good actor, and he's good at playing that kind of like that charming man, if you will. And yeah, he's now very well very well versed in doing like action and adventure movies. I mean, he did Jurassic World, Guardians of the Galaxy. He did the Magnificent Seven, which was people didn't seem to like it, but it was okay. Yeah, and he was good in it.
Yeah. It didn't hurt me at all.
No, exactly. It was one of those unnecessary remakes once again. But for what it was pretty good, I think. But yeah.
And speaking about unnecessary remakes.
Oh yes.
So this week,
great segue.
Yeah, came a pretty cool a trailer, and I was like, "Well, what is this?" And it is a remake of Death Wish. And I thought, I'm not going to see that because you don't get to see who it is till the middle of the trailer. And then came Bruce Willis. And if there's someone that can make me go buy a movie ticket to a movie, it's Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I have a major I have a weakness for Bruce Willis, and so does my younger brother. It's one of his favorite actors. But Bruce Willis is so cool. You can't hate on Bruce Willis.
No, yeah, and I agree. That he used to be one of my favorite actors because
he has coolest character names.
Oh yeah,
John McClane, Corbin Dallas.
Yeah,
Cole Spear.
What? No,
What is
Cold Sear? Cold Sear is no, that's the kid. That's Haley Joel Osment. He's named Dunn something in The Sixth Sense.
Oh, what's his name in 12 Monkeys? It's a pretty cool name as well.
Oh, I can't remember that. It's been so long since I watched that. But yeah, I gotta say this about Bruce Willis though. He used to be like the coolest action guy ever. I mean, the Die Hard movies. Yeah, you mentioned The Fifth Element, and I have a really soft spot for Hudson Hawk. Ooh, that's a great name. He is Hudson fucking Hawk. Oh my god.
James Cole.
James Cole.
That's the name in 12 Monkeys. James Cole.
Oh yeah, and it's David Dunn in Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Martin just wrote it. And he also says regarding the Death Wish trailer, Martin hated it. It looks so cringy. And yeah, I want to talk about that. First of all, it feels like Bruce Willis' star has been waning a little bit. He's started making these like run-of-the-mill cookie-cutter action movies. These, $30 million action movies with like 50 Cent and what else did he do? He made like some movie with Josh Duhamel. He makes those kind of direct-to-DVD movies for a lot of the time nowadays. And
we gotta say Bruce Willis.
Yeah, and a lot of the time it doesn't feel like he's interested. He's only doing it for the money, which I don't understand. I mean, I'm not his accountant. I don't know how his finances are, but you never hear about him like having any like scandalous spending sprees or a lot of costly divorces or anything. So I wouldn't think that Bruce Willis is strapped for cash, yet he makes all these like cash grab movies. It's weird. And that's kind of soured my image of him. But I still, when he does do the occasional like good movie, he's still great in those. I mean, Looper, hello.
Red 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one though. I did like that one. Red 1 was
see
fun.
The second. It's good.
It is okay. That was a fun movie. Yeah. I have to say, in this, I saw the trailer yesterday, and I got the feeling that he had this uninterested look on him for a lot of the trailer. I don't know if that's just his motivation in the movie, that he's sad, he's sullen, he's downtrodden because of his family, but I don't know. He looked kind of uninterested, and
I think it's done. I think it's come to what I call the Robert De Niro phase, when he just makes movies too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pay my bills,
Exactly. Yeah, that's also one. I don't know who it was, but someone mentioned that Robert De Niro must have a pretty big gambling debt because of all the movies he's making nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have to say that, like Martin said, he hated the trailer. I didn't hate the trailer,
I just want to see it because Bruce Willis gets to shoot people.
Yeah, exactly. Because there were moments that felt very serious. The movie was very gray, it was very dark, and then it felt a little. Yeah, that was the cringy parts because they took it too serious. But then they started Back in Black, and he was running around just dropping one-liners and shooting bad guys. Kicking the table and a gun falls out and just. Those scenes were amazing. But then they were these like, oh no, I'm so sad. Oh no. I have to stop crime and justice, and those parts were like, ugh, I don't know. But if the movie focuses more on like ridiculous action, then I am gonna love it. I just know that because I love those kinds of movies, especially if Bruce Willis is in it. So I am reserved, but I will go see it. I am gonna go see it. I will give Bruce Willis the benefit of the doubt. So. Martin says, in my opinion, the cringy parts were the funny scenes. But no, that's what's so fun. That almost harkened back to like the 1980s. It was Cobra, it was Commando, it was Tango and Cash. That was what was good about the trailer. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we're both excited for it.
I just want to see Bruce Willis shoot people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just quickly about Bruce Willis shooting people. No, I'm kidding. No, but have you seen the movie 16 Blocks? He did like 10 years ago or something.
I
With Mos
haven't.
Def and Bruce Willis. It's actually really good. It got a lot of flack back then for being like sort of a Die Hard knockoff, but not as good. But I mean, that's if you like Bruce Willis in a more serious role, but still an action movie, you should watch that. 16 Blocks is really good, actually. Martin is writing, the 80s are over. Well, I'm bringing them back. The 80s should come back.
And Death Wish came out in the 70s.
Yeah, no, but he was thinking about when I said that the action scenes in the trailer made me think of the 80s kind of action movies.
Speaking of action scenes, 80s, that's one of the things I love with Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, you've seen it now.
Yeah, I saw it. The music was fantastic.
Exactly. I thought the music choices were great. I know it got some flack for how it edited the music. And I know the scene, when she walks into the club and meets Sofia Boutella the first time, how the music...
When they played the Sayuxi and the Banshees songs?
Yeah, and then
it just cuts... and the Banshees?
Yeah, and it just cuts off when she lights the lighter, and then you hear this like bossa nova music in the background. I know some people thought that was very jarring, that they thought that the Susie and the Banshees song was playing in the club, but then just disappeared. I thought that kind of worked. And I thought a lot of the music choices were great in that movie. Yeah. And the way they used music for the action scenes and all that.
I found out that the version of Stigmata they play is not the Ministry version. It was the Marilyn Manson version.
Oh.
And he sounds exactly like Al Jorgensen. That was insane.
Yeah. But that's weird. Because Manson, he's like the 90s. The movie's from the 80s. That's weird. Well, the movie takes place in the 80s.
But he took a cover of...
Yeah, I suppose.
So Stigmata was made in the 80s.
Well, yeah, I guess they did the same with the New Order song, the one that plays in the trailer. What's it called? Is it called How Does It Feel?
Blue Monday.
Yeah, Blue Monday, exactly. Yeah, it was a remix of that too, so I guess they could do that. Yeah. But that was...
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, objectively, it wasn't the best movie. It was good. But it really fit me.
I had fun seeing it.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. I had a lot of fun seeing it. So much fun that I actually made a short movie instead of a review of it. But yeah, speaking of movies we've seen, are we going to talk a little bit about Valerian? Because we mentioned it last week.
Well, you don't need to say much because you're going to make a review. But
but
I'll say this.
Yeah.
It had so much potential.
Oh yeah,
it was beautifully done. I'm gonna shit on it totally now. Cara Delevingne can't act for shit. That other guy, he can't act for shit.
What?
The whole movie was at least... It was like, it's not that bad. The acting is bad, but it's beautiful. And then Rihanna comes to the movie. And it totally takes a deuce and becomes Silly Bice. And it was too little Clive Owen in the movie. Way too little Clive Owen in the movie. And that is punishable by death. Not having too much Clive Owen.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing
him. He was like the third biggest in the credit.
Yeah, and it feels like it was a long time since you saw him on the big screen. I know he made the Nick, but that's a TV show, But excuse me, quick here, Martin, are you? Martin writes, "Thank you, Donnie. What are you? It's about Cara Delevingne. Okay, that's fine then. I'm talking to the chat here. But I know that when I spoke to Martin,
I'm agreeing with Martin. She can't act for shit. Martin said something funny because I visited him the other day. She looks all the time so fucking angry. Who's she? I feel there's a Family Guy joke coming in here. So Seth MacFarlane don't steal this room. What is she angry at? What has Cara Delevingne done? Yeah. She looks. Have you seen a happy picture of her? No, she always looks angry. Look it up yourself. It's like an exposition of angry eyes. I know she's British, and there's a lot of things to get pissed at.
Yeah,
and she was pissed before Brexit, so it's not Brexit she's pissed about.
I wouldn't say she looks angry. I would say she has intense eyes. And I agree. She is not a good actress.
No.
But I have to say I've only seen her in 2 movies. I've seen her in Suicide Squad, where she doesn't. I
saw her in Paper Towns. It's a good book, but she's so. I couldn't understand why the character fell for her.
Yeah, I don't know. I skipped that one. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, Suicide Squad. It was Suicide Squad where she didn't get to act, so I wouldn't judge her on that. And in this one,
that's my Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, exactly. That was what she danced her way through that movie. Terrible movie. Yeah. Terrible part for her to play, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then there was this movie. I didn't really. She was a little one note. I will say she was a little one note. She had this. Yeah, she had the one face throughout the entire movie. But I wouldn't say she was bad. And I'm a sucker for Dane DeHaan. I really liked him in the movie. I like him in most stuff he does. So I guess I'm a Dane DeHaan apologist right here.
I wanna listen to your interview, to your review when it's coming up.
Yeah, I actually think I have to watch it again before I review it, because I'm very torn about the movie, to be honest. That's why I said last night when we were talking that we should talk a bit about the movie, because I'm kind of stuck writing the review. So it's coming though. I want to review it.
Are you gonna see it again?
I probably will.
Ooh, you're ready to pay for it? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I paid for it last time, so.
Yeah, but then you didn't know it was gonna be that kind of movie.
Yeah, I suppose it was very. There was nothing I particularly hated about it. It was just very. It was very bland, other than the visuals, which were great. Even all the computer animated stuff, it was because we have the CGI animation fatigue at this point with all the Transformers movies and all that. And yeah, special effects doesn't really wow you nowadays, because we know what computers can do. This is all you just tap at a computer and you get the spaceships and all that. But it looked very good. It had a very good look. But the story, the characters, some of the directing, it felt a little meh, a little flat, a little dull. So I'm actually going to have to go see it again to give it a fair assessment.
Luc Besson suffers from Ridley Scott syndrome.
Maybe.
Very few fantastic movies and a lot of bad.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
My little brother calls it the James Cameron syndrome, but I think you should take that talk with him. Because I agree with it. James Cameron has done pretty okay movies, but there's few that are really top.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But Luc Besson, yeah, he has done probably one of his movies is
one of the greatest.
It's on my top 10 list at least, and that is The Professional, Leon. And he's also made La Femme Nikita. He made The Fifth Element. I mean, they're not as good as Leon, but they're good. And The Fifth Element is a childhood favorite of mine. So, but yeah, I will always give him the benefit of the doubt. Even after this, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and go watch this movie because of Leon. So that's why I went and saw this, really. But yeah, I am a bit torn about it. So I'm actually gonna have to go see it again. Maybe I'll realize how bad it is. I'm not sure, because at the moment it's a 5 or 6 for me. It's very middle of the road. But yeah, about Dane DeHaan though, I I've defended Shia LaBeouf and his acting. I will defend. I don't know if I have to, but I know Martin said here in the chat that he doesn't like Shia LaBeouf, Dane DeHaan either. He has done some really good movies though, and he is usually great in the movies.
I'm gonna look this up now.
Who, Dane DeHaan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first time I saw him was in Chronicle. I don't know if that was his first. It was probably his breakout performance. He's great in Chronicle. He has like a semi small part in the movie Lawless with Shia LaBeouf. So, and he's great in that.
Oh, he's in A Cure for Wellness.
Yeah. Oh, Martin, did you hear that? He's in A Cure for Wellness. Martin hates that movie. I liked it. For what it was, I liked that one, and he was good in it. Even if the character, he feels a little too young to play that kind of character because he looks very young, but I think he did a good job in that. And he is in another one of my favorite movies, A Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, that's a good movie. Okay, that's a good movie. I get it.
He plays Ryan Gosling's son. Yeah. But when they move on from Ryan Gosling, no spoilers, they move on from Ryan Gosling. He kind of takes center stage a little bit for a while, and I just think he's amazing in that movie. Everyone is, but he is amazing in that movie. So yeah, I would say that he did a pretty good job. He might not have the look for this kind of movie. But I think he played the swashbuckling space agent that he was. I think he played the part well, even if he doesn't look the part. Mm-hmm. So I kind of liked him in Valerian. But I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to go see it again to really assess it. Just a little heads up. So that review probably will be delayed. But I will be reviewing another movie. This is just a little heads up for next week. I will be watching and reviewing the Emoji Movie next week. Daniel?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here, man.
Your face was like totally blank. Like I was like, oh, has he frozen? No, wait. Oh, he's alive. So yeah, I'll probably do my Emoji Movie review first. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've kind of written the review up here already, so that's gonna come up pretty fast. But what was the next part? That was gonna be a bad segue. What was the next thing I want to talk about? Yeah. Oh no. Well, we can segue from that. Speaking of Suicide Squad. Jean-Collet Serra, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but the guy that directed, he did that Taken on a Plane, what it's called, Non-Stop with Liam Neeson. Mm-hmm. The movie song where he tries to find a murderer on an airplane, and he did one of my guilty pleasures of last year, The Shallows, the shark movie. He was offered to direct Suicide Squad 2, and he turned it down. And instead, he is doing the Jungle Cruise movie for Disney. And
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is Jungle Cruise, and why are they making a movie out of it?
Now they're so bored that they have to take the Disneyland rides to make movies. They're so weird.
It's weird, but it's not really telling. It's not really telling of his character, but it is telling a lot about the DC universe, because now mid-tier directors doesn't even want to touch their movies. He was probably offered a lot of money to do that movie, and he was like, "Nah, I'll do a kids movie for Disney instead. I don't want to touch Suicide Squad because that movie was terrible." And yeah,
no, nothing can save the second when it comes out.
No, I mean, they're still gonna do it, but honestly, they shouldn't. They should just scrap that, because the first one was so bad. It's gonna tarnish any sequel that comes along. I mean, let's say Suicide Squad 2 on its own is let's say it's a 10 out of 10. It's the greatest movie ever made for some reason. it would still get a bad rep because of the first Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was so bad. It was terrible. Terrible. So yeah, it really this is like a bad sign for the DC universe when a director picks a kids movie from Disney over this. Oh, and I just watched the new trailer for Justice League as well, and it looks messy. It looks messy. So yeah, this is a really bad omen, and I just wanted to bring it up because of that. It's a really bad omen for the DC extended universe.
I don't even want to see it.
No,
but I'm gonna see it because it's Justice League. Yeah,
that's been my problem a long time with superhero movies. That, well, especially now, since it's good to review those movies because a lot of people are interested in them. But for some reason, even before I was reviewing movies on YouTube, I still went and saw all of the Marvel movies. Even if I didn't like the last one, I was like, yeah, but I'm going to go see the next one. So they really reel you in. I don't know how they do it, though. Because I'm kind of done with superhero movies. But I still go and see, like, all of them. I watched, you and me, we met after Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
I did not like that one. I'm going to go see the next one anyway. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. But with the DC movies, though, if they make a Suicide Squad 2, I'm not going to care. I don't care. The Justice League, yeah, I'll probably go see it.
Because it's Justice League.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, Batman vs. Superman, it's Zack Snyder directing. It's a mess. But yeah. So I just wanted to mention that, though. That he said no to Suicide Squad 2 and said yes to Disney's Jungle Cruise.
Hey, that's a way to diss off a job offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Jungle Cruise. What is that? I don't know, but it's better than Suicide Squad 2.
Exactly. Oh my god. And oh my god, we're gonna be able to segue again. Speaking of superhero movies, Kirsten Dunst. Let's talk about Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst did an interview for Variety about her new Sofia Coppola movie, Beguiled. I haven't seen it. I don't plan on seeing it because I'm not a Coppola fan, or Sofia Coppola fan. But I read the review. No, I read the interview, and it was like, it was very skewed towards like women in the movie business and all that stuff. And I like say, I've heard this before. It's the same they've said all the time. But then they like asked her about what she thought about the latest Spider-Man movie, because she was in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, and she gave the most honest answer I've ever heard an actor give about movies. And she was like, "Yeah, I don't remember exactly what she said, but you read it too, right?"
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, so they're remaking it again. I can see why, but I wouldn't want. She said, I wouldn't want to be in it. I mean, if you want to be in a movie, you want to be in the first one, in the original, because the first one is always the best one, right? She just so savage, like, yeah, my Spider-Man movie was better than your Spider-Man movie, bitch. And I was like, yeah,
she slayed that.
So it was so good. It was so savage. She was like, but nah, the new one is pretty bad. Mine was better. Deal with it. It was so good. So good. And well, she's right. For me, that's true. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, maybe not the third one, but the first and the second one, they're the best Spider-Man movies ever. They're like in the top 10 of comic book movies, or at least superhero movies. It's just, they have a sense of style that the other movies, definitely the Amazing Spider-Man movies, does not have. So yeah, you can say it's a bit nonchalant to say that, especially in an interview where she's supposed to be professional about movies and stuff. But
Sometimes it's okay to just be sassy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and well, she told the truth. She doled out some justice there. Homecoming was good, but Spider-Man 1 and 2, especially Spider-Man 2, it's just there's no competition. It's the greatest Spider-Man movie ever made. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because that was probably one of the most savage comments I've ever heard from an actor.
A hard burn.
So good. Oh yeah, it was a sick burn. So yeah, I just thought it was amazing. It was so amazing to read that because the interview, like I said, it was very samey. We've heard all the talking points before that was in the interview, so it was kind of like, yeah, I get it. We've heard it before, and then this just assault on the new Spider-Man movie just pops up from nowhere, and then you just go back to talking about Beguiled again. It was just, wait, what happened? Did she just diss the Spider-Man movie? It was so good, so good. So yeah, that was a short one, but I mean, we had to. I had to mention it at least.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I might even go see Beguiled now. I've always liked Kirsten Dunst. I think it's sad that she's kind of been left behind a little bit. I mean, she still does stuff. I mean, she was in Fargo recently, but she's not like the megastar she was in like the early 2000s. So yeah, I've always liked her, and I might even go see Beguiled just because of that comment. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the movie, but just to support. I think there was something else. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention. I don't know if this is like newsworthy, but it was weird that they even brought it up. It's regarding Blade Runner 2049. They made a thing of they mentioned that Blade Runner 2049 won't have narration.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, but that just struck me obviously.
Dennis Villeneuve ain't a narration director.
Yeah, no, exactly, and like nobody likes the narrated version of Blade Runner anyway. So why is that even?
I do.
Oh yeah, I kind of like it, but I like
they don't announce for higher killers anymore. No. Why not?
Yeah, I like the fact that they have narration, but the actual narration is terrible. He's half asleep throughout the movie. So I didn't even think that it was like an option they were discussing, but it must have been, since they have decided to not do narration now. But why did they even have that as an option? Because if it's that would alienate Blade Runner fanatics, because they usually hate the narration. So I don't know why they would even discuss that, And then a big thing, but don't worry, this movie is not gonna have narration. No shit. And we can just mention then that yes, I am still not, even though they are removing any narration rumors, I am still not excited for that movie.
But yeah. Are we ready to talk about the last item before everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Because this week we had, unfortunately, another actor that died.
Yeah,
Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard.
The man that played Chuck Yeager in The Right Stuff by Philip Kaufman.
Yeah, and I looked through his filmography. I have seen some stuff that he's made, but the movies that I've seen him in he's mostly like a supporting character, like Black Hawk Down or what else? I haven't seen The Right Stuff. I've actually never seen that one.
It's good.
Yeah, but the movie that I kind of discovered him in, I mean, like I said, I had seen him in Black Hawk Down back in 2001, but he has a very small role in that one. movie that I like discovered him in, and that made me really like him was Mud. I don't know. Have you seen Mud?
With Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Oh, it's so good. And that's why I wanted to mention it also. He is so good in it. He is almost the best part. Because he plays this old guy that basically sits on his in this lawn chair on his like balcony for the entire movie, just spouting knowledge. And then I don't know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a little twist towards the end about his character. And yeah, he plays that part with such confidence that the few scenes that he's actually in are, you know, he steals the show completely. And I know that he was more of a like especially now towards like the 2000s and early 90s, he was more of a stage actor. And that you kind of notice that in his performance, especially then in Mud. He feels like a stage actor. But I don't know. Other than The Right Stuff, what are his like more memorable roles?
Oof, it's difficult.
Yeah, he's that kind of actor. Whenever you see an interview or you hear about him like being in something, you're like, oh yeah, he's great. But then you think about he does very like low key performances in like smaller roles. So it's like hard to like think of him in something actually. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But when he does pop up,
he was married
great.
to Jessica Lange.
He was? Wait, oh, he was. When?
But I'm looking at this filmography, and nah, I don't see stuff there I know about.
No, I mean,
except the Right Stuff.
Yeah, there's The Right Stuff. There's Mud.
I'm looking in. He's in Pelican Brief.
Yeah, you see, he made a lot of like
All the Pretty Horses.
Small roles.
He's in The Notebook. Yeah.
Oh,
he's in The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. He's Frank James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And
he's as well in the other movie that Andrew Dominic made, Killing Them Softly.
Oh, I haven't seen. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one though. But when you mention it, he's in that. That's pretty good, right? I've heard it's pretty good.
It's good.
Oh, well, if anything, I don't know. It's kind of morbid, but the fact that I've really only seen him in one like big performance. I want to see more movies with him now because, like, oh wait,
yeah,
it took him passing on for me to like realize that, oh wait, he's done a lot of good movies. That's kind of that happens.
I connect them to The Right Stuff because it's such a great film. Exactly. I love that film. It's one of the 80s most interesting films, and it's very long. It's almost 4 hours.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a mastodon movie, but it kind of is because it's so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, that happens a lot with actors. That you don't really. I guess it's the same thing with like artists that people don't really discover an artist until after they're gone. And I get it's the same. It's the same thing now with Sam.
Here is definitely the case because I only knew him from one movie. I don't think about he's in the other movies he's in. He's not the most recognizable face. So
exactly, he does these small parts in movies, so you haven't really noticed him. But now when you look him up, you're like, oh wait, I gotta check out his movies. That's I don't know. I guess it's both good and bad. But yeah, it's still sad that he passed because I did like him in Mud, so that's why I wanted to talk about him. And you should definitely check out Mud.
I will.
Yeah. It's part of the it's part of the reconnaissance, and it's a big part of the reconnaissance, I would say.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to check out. But I think that's it, actually.
It is.
Yeah, we've talked about everything, right?
Yeah, a little bit more over an hour.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where I want to keep it. An hour is good.
That's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I had a thing that I took off my list because it was something I read in passing, that they're gonna dive into the backstory of Captain Phasma in Star Wars Episode 8. They're like gonna yeah, and it just sounded weird how they're gonna dedicate like one portion of the movie is just gonna be about her backstory. Yeah, let's just talk about that real quick, because I don't get why people are so fascinated by Captain Phasma. It feels like it's manufactured hype. Because
I don't know. Nobody's just like, I love Captain Phasma.
No, but they're really trying to sell her like this fan favorite, but she's barely in the movie.
Yeah, she's not even 5 minutes in it.
Yeah, she has like 3 lines, and still they want to make her like the new favorite character. So we're gonna focus on her in Star Wars Episode 8. And it's just, don't do that. Focus on your main characters. Don't try to manufacture hype. If people like the character, they're gonna hype her up themselves. Yeah. It's a weird choice, and it just adds to my fear that The Last Jedi is gonna be a bad movie, because I wasn't a super big fan of Force Awakens, and I'm not looking forward to The Last Jedi. I don't know, and this just makes me look even less forward to it. So. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, but I think we're done, actually.
Yeah, see you around
for this week. Yeah, we'll be back next. Are we gonna move it to Fridays? Is Fridays better for you?
This whole week is gonna be difficult because I'll be in Gothenburg.
Oh yeah, you're going to Way Out West. Oh, that's right. Well, okay. So for the next episode, I'm going solo. Maybe Martin will jump in. But yeah, you'll be back the week after that.
Yeah, of course. You take care.
Perfect. Have a good one.
All right. Yeah, bye.